The Darién Gap is a notoriously treacherous, undeveloped stretch of dense jungle and swampland between Panama and Colombia. It is part of the larger Darién National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here's an overview of its features and unique characteristics. Features of its dangerous nature. Dense jungle and swamps. The Darién Gap consists of thick rainforests, swampy terrain, and steep mountains, making navigation extremely difficult. The area lacks infrastructure, with no roads, bridges, or clear paths, forcing travelers to traverse on foot or by boat. Extreme weather. The region experiences heavy rainfall and high humidity year-round, making conditions slippery, muddy, and prone to flash flooding. Violence and crime. The Darién Gap is a known corridor for drug trafficking and illegal migration. Armed groups, including criminal organizations and guerrillas, operate in the area, posing significant risks to those who enter. Kidnappings, robberies, and assaults are common. Wildlife hazards. Dangerous animals such as jaguars, venomous snakes like the fer-de-lance, and crocodiles are native to the area. Swarms of mosquitoes carry diseases like malaria and dengue fever. Other insects, such as botflies, can cause painful infections. Remote location. Medical help and rescue are virtually impossible due to the isolation of the region. Travelers often face dehydration, starvation, and exposure to the elements. Why no roads or bridges have been built. Environmental concerns. The Darién Gap is one of the most biodiverse regions in the world, home to rare and endangered species. Building roads would destroy habitats and disrupt the ecosystem. Geographical challenges. The rugged terrain, including mountains, swamps, and rivers, makes construction highly challenging and expensive. Preservation of indigenous lands. The area is home to indigenous communities whose cultures and ways of life would be disrupted by development. International politics. There is a lack of political consensus between Panama and Colombia. Additionally, some argue that maintaining the gap acts as a buffer against illegal trafficking and migration. Economic viability. The cost of building roads and maintaining infrastructure in such a remote and hostile environment outweighs the potential economic benefits. Several indigenous groups inhabit the Darién Gap, including Embera, known for their traditional way of life and deep connection to the environment. They are skilled navigators of the jungle. Wunan, similar to the Embera, they rely on hunting, fishing, and crafting for survival. Kuna, while mostly living along the Caribbean coast, some inhabit areas near the Darién Gap. These communities live sustainably and rely on the forest for food, medicine, and shelter. They are critical stewards of the region's biodiversity. The Darién Gap is incredibly biodiverse, with unique species adapted to the harsh conditions. Notable examples include mammals, jaguars, ocelots, bears, tapirs, capuchin, and howler monkeys. So, in this part of our journey, let's talk about the amazing birds you can find in the Darién Gap. First up, we have the harpy eagles, which are actually the national bird of Panama. Pretty impressive, right? Then there are the colourful and vibrant toucans. And of course, we can't forget the stunning macaws. Each of these birds adds to the rich biodiversity of this incredible region. Reptiles and amphibians, poison dart frogs, green iguanas, caimans and crocodiles, and venomous snakes such as bushmasters and fer-de-lance. Insects, mosquitoes, which can carry diseases like malaria, botflies and other parasitic insects, and swarms of ants, including the aggressive army ants. Aquatic life. Fish species in the rivers and streams, along with turtles and freshwater crabs. The Darién Gap remains one of the last true wildernesses on Earth. but its dangers, ecological significance, and remoteness make it a challenging area for human exploration or development.